focus is on Washington, D.C. today. The House is set to vote on the Republican health care bill that, if signed into law, would repeal and replace Obamacare. And also in Washington, D.C., Fed Reserve Chair Janet Yellen is offering opening remarks at the Fed Reserve System Community Development Research Conference. Now, in terms of today's data, the number of Americans who applied for unemployment benefits last week jumped by 15,000 to 258,000. And in the previous session, U.S. indices closed mixed. Shares in the consumer durables and apparel, telecommunication services, and food, beverage, and tobacco sectors ended lower. Meanwhile, shares in the semiconductors and semiconductor equipment, as well as tech hardware and equipment, consumer services sectors gained momentum. And on the economic data front in the previous session, U.S. existing home sales declined by 3.7% month over month to 5.48 million units. That did come in below forecast. Now, as for your advancers and decliners, 64% of S&P 500 constituents traded higher yesterday. And in after-hours trade, Cintas unveiled third-quarter EPS from continuing operations of $1.08 with revenues of $1.28 billion in line with estimates. Meanwhile, Microsoft announced a new patent licensing agreement with Toyota that includes broad coverage for connected car technologies. The company says Microsoft invests $11.4 billion annually in R&D and for more than 30 years has been developing innovative technologies that are powering today's connected car experiences. Looking at overseas markets, Asian markets were mostly higher today with the Nikkei up 0.2%, the Hang Seng closing nearly flat, and South Korea's Kospi gaining 0.2%. Meanwhile, European indices are gaining ground. And for the S&P 500 here in the U.S., a rebound is expected on an intraday basis. Long positions above 23.41 are preferred by trading central analysts, with targets standing at 23.53 and 23.57.25 in extension. As for the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the bullish bias does stand above 20,570, while for the Nasdaq, a rebound is expected on an intraday basis.